So the Country Club Plaza is hosting its first Shuck and Swallow event tonight. It's going to be an oyster eating competition to benefit local charities. Executive Chef Kit Long is here to tell us more about it. Good to have you with us.
How you guys doing?
Always get a little nervous when I see the rubber gloves out.
No need.
But we are shucking oysters today, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We have a variety of West Coast oysters, all in different sizes and all in different flavors.
That's one of the things I'm impressed with every time I go down to McCormick and Schmick's is the variety of oysters that you guys have from all over the country.
Yes, we generally have 6 different varieties. Most of them are West Coast with the exception of the Blue Points, which people usually tend to order.
What is a Blue Point oyster?
Blue Point is just another species of oyster that's coming out of the East Coast.
And when is a good time to eat oysters? Are there some months that you should not eat oysters, or is that an old wives' tale?
Well, usually towards the fall, beginning of fall, they go through a molting season, spawning and stuff like that, where you'll start to see a little bit of milkiness inside the oyster. And that's usually when you tend to, excuse me, stay away from them.
And so what do? Do you just not serve oysters there? You serve something else?
No, oysters are harvested, so they start a production to begin at a time and end at a time.
I see.
So it's up to your distributor to make sure you're getting the best quality, and plus when we inspect them as they come in.
Well, I guess you're going to show us how to properly shuck an oyster without taking your finger off. So let's get started with that.
Well, that's the game plan. Oyster shucking is a pretty basic. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to it. An oyster has an opening at the very beginning, and you just have an oyster knife. I've even used a screwdriver before if you get into a dire need to do it.
Not a Phillips?
Not a Phillips.
Okay.
Flathead works better. But it has a little opening here in the center. You just take your knife, just wedge it in, and you just twist. Some are a little bit more cooperative than others, but you just kind of twist them till they start to open. You just work your knife back. As it begins to open, you just scrape it away from the muscle on the top, scrape it away from the muscle on the bottom, clear out any of the excess shell that might have come off, and you're good to go.
All right. Who's going to try it? Carly, come on in and try that. Yeah, come on in. I don't like oysters.
Nothing to be scared of.
Here.